Alrighty, thanks so much, Tyler. It can cost you a good chunk of change to hire someone to do your taxes, but there are services available to help you take care of them for free.
That's right. Bill Vangos from the AARP Foundation's Tax Aid program is here this morning to give us some details. So good morning, Bill. Thanks for being here today.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
Of course, we love having you, and of course, it is this time of year, right? Tax season is here, so we want to know, who is your target group for this service to help out?
Okay, well, we can prepare taxes for most all individuals, but we really target the low to moderate income and the people that are age 60 and older. And I guess the reason we really do that is more of them might qualify for a homestead tax credit, and say it's a couple of $100 credit. It's just a shame if they have to pay half or more than half of that just to get their taxes prepared. So that's why we try to target the people that are going to get the smaller refunds, because percentage-wise, it makes a difference if they don't have to pay for their preparation.
Right, I'm sure they're very appreciative of that as well.
Yeah, I'm sure it really does make a difference, and it's great to just have that assistance. You know, I feel like taxes can be so overwhelming, just looking at all of the paperwork too. But what exactly will the tax preparers be able to help you with?
Well, we can do, like I said, most individual tax returns. There's a few things that are out of scope for us. If they have a small business, and we don't do business ones per se, but say someone's a guide, or they have some income coming in, as long as they have less than $10,000 of expenses and they don't have any depreciation, we can do those as well. But those are rare. We don't do very many of those. Most of ours are pretty cut and dried, a federal estate and then a credit, perhaps a homestead tax credit, some relief for that. So that's our typical return, I guess, if there is one.
Excellent. So if people do come to you, what are the things that they should be bringing with them?
Okay, when they call, and there'll probably be the phone number coming up here where they call the ADRC to make an appointment, they have a little list that they'll remind the people. But what we ask them to bring are any of their income. So if they get Social Security, or if they have a W-2, or if they have some interest or anything like that, we need to have that. We ask them to bring any of their expenses, although last year they doubled the standard deduction. So most of our clients use the standard deduction. They don't itemize anymore. It's up to $12,200 for an individual. It's $24,400 for a couple. And if the couple's both over 65, it's like $27,000. So that means for that couple, the first $27,000 of taxable income they wouldn't have to pay taxes on. So in most cases, I think last year I think we did 516 returns in Rhinelander.
Wow.
And I think only 4 of them it was advantageous for the person to do an itemized deduction.
Wow.
So by and large, most of them are standard. So we just want to bring their paperwork. We also ask them to bring last year's return, because what we like to do is we run through the computer and we'll come up with the results. And then after we do that, we like to talk just common sense. We like to look at last year's return. And if they're getting more back, why are they getting more back? Perhaps has something changed to justify that. So first we let the computer do its thing, and then we try to just talk it out common sense to make sure that looks like it's the right number. So that's basically what we ask them to bring.
I'm very impressed with all of your knowledge of the numbers.
I know.
Bill's got it down.
I'm really stuck on the number 516. That's a really big number of people to come and get help for you guys. So for those people at home, though, is an appointment necessary? And when exactly are these services available?
Yes. We prepare taxes in Rhinelander, at the Rhinelander site, on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we'll do that. Typically, we stop about a week before the filing deadline of April 15th. So right now, we're scheduled to go till April 8th. We'll see how many people are still on the list, but we like to have a little clearance to make sure that the e-file goes properly and everything goes through that right. So, yeah. So the Rhinelander site is one of, there's like 4,800 sites in the country.
Oh, wow.
So Tax Aide is a big operation. Tax Aide is actually the 3rd largest tax preparer in the country. Now the top 2 are paid, preparers. So we're obviously the largest, volunteer non-charging one, but we're still the 3rd largest of everybody out there. So it's a big deal. There's something like 25,000 volunteers like our group here, and in Rhinelander we have 8 8 of us that are doing taxes. And if you look at the combined experience, it's almost 100 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, we have Nancy who's like 22, Thomas 21 years, Pat 16 or 17. I only have 10. I'm one of the short timers.
So lots of people
there's
that
a lot
know
of
what they're doing to
there's
be
a
able
lot
to
of
help
experience
you. Yeah.
there too. So
Sure.
sometimes people will tease us, we're volunteers and just part-time and stuff, but we do take it serious.
Right.
The tax aid program is a combination of the IRS, the AARP Foundation, and then volunteers. So the IRS provides the software that we use. They also provide the training and the testing that we have to go through every year. So they take care of that. The AARP pays for the computers and the paper and that supply, and then individuals volunteer their time. So it's a group effort that gets it done, but it's been very, very successful.
It's such an excellent service, and I know there's a good percentage of people who do get back money through you guys as well. But just quickly, Bill, if you want to give that phone number one more time, people need to contact the ADRC if they want some more information.
That's correct, and the Rhinelander number is 715-369-6170. In our area, there's also a tax aid site in Minocqua. There's also one in Eagle River. There was one in Park Falls, but unfortunately it closed a couple years ago. And due to an unfortunate situation, the Tomahawk site will not be preparing taxes this year either. So we're going to meet some new friends from down south by Tomahawk
That's
this year,
good.
probably,
How fun.
as they come to a different site.
Yeah, and also a reminder though that people do need to make those appointments. I think you said you're already booked for basically the next month or so. But we so appreciate you being here, Bill.
Thank you so
and,
much.
Well, thank you for having
and
me.
everything that you guys do. And we also want to recognize Bill. You were recently given an award from the AARP. He's very modest, but you do a lot for our
Turn it
community. So
over.
we appreciate you. Thanks, Bill.
Well, thank you
And
very much.
congratulations.
Yep.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Thanks so much.